Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein on President's Day. This is the 17th of February, 2025. We're about 6:10 p.m., and this is your metal market report. So, in looking at the markets, and I'm wearing my sweater, it's like 3 degrees in Chicago. We've got the polar vortex here, and it's going to be this way for 3 days. So maybe we'll get up to 8 to 10 degrees without wind chills. And then we drop right back down. This will be headed, as you know, west. You'll hear plenty about it. But the markets were open today, not full sessions, abbreviated sessions. Gold is up $11 tonight. Most of the other metals, though, are lower at this point in time. The dollar finished unchanged. Most currencies wobbling around right now as there's so much going on. Let's start off with the news you're going to get tomorrow. You'll start off with the Empire State Manufacturing Survey at 7:30 in the morning. The Home Builders Confidence Index comes out at 9 o'clock. The market's expecting that number, by the way, the confidence 46 reading versus January's 47. Fed members who talk tomorrow. We're going to get San Francisco Fed President Daly, Fed Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr, and we're going to get an emergency court ruling. 13 states took the Trump administration to court, the secretary generals of them, and they are against what DOGE is doing and the cutting off of programs, and they don't have the right to do this. We'll find out what the judge does. The problem for these judges, all of them, is that they don't really have the right to step in on executive privilege of the president, his executive orders, and what his administration does. Is he overreaching his bounds? Probably not. If it goes to the Supreme Court, they have shown a tendency not to let things cross over. So the things that he's doing, that's it. When you watch what people complain about, they don't like young people looking at tax records, looking for problems. Yet, today Musk, and I'm not saying he's right, came out and said how many people look like they're getting Social Security and the rolls are too big. There's something not right. I don't know what that means. We will all find out. But do you not think that there are people that have passed away and checks aren't still being sent and they're being cashed? If you don't, you're by yourself as far as I'm concerned. I think they will find that. I don't know what they do about it, but I know if you stop it, you save some money. Then there's those that say that we're ruining the FAA. We've taken out people that were in training. I'm not arguing that. I think you need more people in training. You've cut the Forest Service. What are you going to do this summer when you go there? I can go on, but does that mean they can't operate with the lower amount and be just as efficient? I don't have the answer to that. That is what the Department of Government Efficiency is about, and they will tell us. That is where we're at. All right. So as we go to the chart action, you can see that the energy market's sitting. Now, tomorrow you know that one of the things that takes place is the first meeting between the U.S. and Russia. Rubio and his counterpart, Lavrov, will meet. They will discuss. I crack up when people say, well, Lavrov immediately said Russia will give up no land, no concessions. How do you think you go into a negotiation? You say no to everything, and that's what the negotiation's about. You start, and what can you give up for something else and something else? People have never done a negotiation. You know, I've yet to be in one where people don't start off one way and then they find the middle ground if they want something to happen. That's the key. You can't go and negotiate if the other party says no to everything. There is no negotiation. Then Russia gets whatever it has coming because of that. When we look at the gold market, you're sitting here at 28.94.7 on a weekly chart of just closes. That would be, if it settled like this, a 0.38% for the week, be a new all-time high. Not saying it'll end up there or not. The market's in what we call, at least what I term, a distribution channel. And it's when the market creates a high, a low, and it starts just whipping back and forth in there. You really didn't do that very much back here. You tried it for a little bit, and then you broke out of the top. If you broke out of the top again, I would have that, if you broke out of the top. But what if you break down? Let's talk about that in a second. For the pattern, you still have higher lows and higher highs. Okay, I can live with that. You'd have to take out 28.86.5 in order to break that pattern. You got down to 28.8760 so far, and we'll see if the market can do anything by breaking under it. Where's the support? The 18-day average of closes, 28.6540. And from where you're at right now, that's a good amount away. That's $50 almost away from where you're at. When I look at where the resistance is, well, it's the upper Bollinger Band. See the black dashed line? Markets go there and, if I were to do a live seminar in a room and I took out charts and did this, you'd think I was a magician. Ira, how would you know that that's going to be a resistance point? You bring it out and you go, well, you're doing that after the fact. No, you're not. That's how the math works. In a Bollinger Band, you're projecting where resistance and or support might come in the market 95% of the time. Another way of saying it is the market will trade within those bands that amount. And yes, it has to be able to hit the band or come out for resistance. If you made it 100% of the time, all you got to do is go into the formula, change it. You'll never hit the band. You want to be able to hit it within a reasonable amount of time so that you have a resistance and or support point. Now, I teach, and it doesn't mean I'm right, but I teach that momentum often leads price, and momentum has been lost to the upside. Therefore, when the when the slow stochastics turn down, which they did if you take a look on Friday, and they have not come back so far for Tuesday. Remember, Monday and Tuesday will roll into one date here. That's what's going on. That's how they'll do this. Unless that red line jumps back over 79, the odds are very strong, doesn't mean it'll work, that before the market gets over these highs, it's going to go back to 28.6540 or wherever the 18-day average is. When I look at the silver-gold ratio, as long as the number stays underneath the 18-day moving average, it means that you're still pushing down, means fewer ounces of silver needed for gold. Another way of saying that is, for the moment, silver is stronger than gold. And you see that. You got to the upper Bollinger Band here, you're backing off. Momentum never did embed here, you're just backing down. Are you trending? Well, you can see you've had upside bias for a long time, ever since the market got over the 18-day average of closes here. But it never did embed, and it just stayed in overbought condition for a very long time. So you're pulling back. I'm going to tell you that I'd be looking for support 32.17 if the market wants to drop down there. And it's not set up for a buy, in my opinion. In the copper market, you've been in a buy mode, and suddenly you're losing that. Let's take a look. Let's not look at today. Let's go back to Friday. On Friday, this market was looking fine, but momentum was starting to wane, and now you can see the numbers are under 79. If they stay like that, the odds, and that's all I can tell you what the odds are. The odds say that price and the 18-day average are going to try to come together before you go for those highs. Do I use that? All the time. Does it mean I'm going short over that? That's not what I said at all. I said those are what the odds are in the market. Am I trying to buy the market then, or tell my clients to buy it before that number's hit? How's this? A flat no. We wait for the percentages to come in. You never did embed in platinum. You've fallen back all the way. You didn't get up to the Bollinger Band again. You did that at the beginning of the month, but here we are mid-month, and the market just pulled back. So what do we have? We have nothing. We have a pattern of a higher high, and with the swing line low right here, that's what this brown line is, the swing line. The market has no trend. So you're sitting there sort of in no man's land. When we come to the dollar index is broken. And as I said last week a number of times, have we made a major top in the dollar? One of the price counts that we offer got up, in fact, the third one, which is a lower probability. But when it's hit, it often creates a reaction the other way. So this one was on the top side at 109.83. And since then, you have backed off basically 300 plus points. Is this enough between here and the 105.88, the 100-day average, to find support? My work is screaming, don't go short, you're oversold, don't sell the lower Bollinger Band, and you're not trending, but you have downside bias. Okay, I can live with that. You know, one of the things that I do is I teach in the morning in my videos what I've got going on. I explain things. I talk about 40 markets at a time. I do the futures video at 6 in the morning, and it's ready for you to view 6:40 or so p.m. You can get this as a free trial, even if you had it before, up until tomorrow. That's Tuesday the 18th. I will give you another free look at this, and that's all. All right, so don't look for it again this year. If you've had the free offer, you're not going to get it again. And that's going to be it. You go to iraepstein.com. You'll fill out a form at the bottom after you choose whatever you want to go with, and away you take it from there. Is that simple enough? You'll get to see what we're doing. There'll be a lot of ETF trading and stock trading that we're in. I track every trade that we've put on until it's completion, either a loss or a win, how it did, where it's at, and I walk you through them the whole way through. Unlike what I'm able to do in these free offers that you're seeing here, within the 2-week trial, you get to hear me say, I want you to buy here. I want you to sell here. This is where your stop should be. This is your profit objective. Here's what I'm seeing on the chart. This is why I'm seeing it. I walk you through every step. iraepstein.com free offers. There's an icon if you're on a PC that you can click as well. Hope that you sign up for it. As I said, this ends on Tuesday, the 18th. And after that, if you've had a free offer in the past year, you can't get another one. I'm Ira. You take care.